Good morning, children. Welcome to science class. So, in science, we are learning the 18th block, which is materials and their forms, isn't it? And in the first topic, we have learned the different materials. I mean, their forms, isn't it, children? Which are solids, liquids, and gases. And also, we have learned the properties of them in the first topic, isn't it? So, in the second topic, we are going to learn how to change the forms of materials. That is, changes in the forms of materials. Okay. So, how you can change first, if you take solids, okay, melt the solids, then it becomes liquid. For example, if you take an ice cube from the refrigerator and keep it outside, okay, you leave it for outside, take few cubes of ice cubes and keep it in the kitchen and leave it, then that ice cubes converts into water. Water is nothing but your liquid, isn't it? So the ice cube is melting to form water, liquid, isn't it? And this water, when you boil on the stove, okay, when you heat it, when you boil that water, you can see the steam coming out of it, isn't it? There the water is becoming vapor, that is the gas. Okay, so that happens due to boiling or evaporation. Okay, so solid can convert into liquid. When the solid melts, it converts into liquids, and this liquids can become gas when it is boiling or when it is getting evaporated. Okay, and you can do from gas to liquid also. So when the water is boiling, you can see the steam coming out of it, isn't it? So when you place any lid or anything to block that steam, you can see that the steam cools down and becomes water to the lid, isn't it? If you see in our day to day life also, when you, after cooking the rice, when you remove the lid from the vessel, you can see water droplets on the lid, isn't it? That's because the hot rice will be emitting some water vapor. That water vapor, when it touches the lid, it cools down and forms water. Okay, so in that way you can convert gas to liquid, and this process is called condensation. When gas is cools down to form water, then that is called condensation. Okay, and this liquid, when you place it in the freezer in a very cold temperature, then it becomes again the ice cubes, isn't it? So that process is called freezing. So when the liquid converts into solid because of the cold temperature, then that is called freezing. Okay, you understood, children? And now, what is the difference between evaporation and boiling? Boiling is done manually. When you, the process, the process in which liquid converts into gas through heating on the gas stove using some fuel. Okay, it might be gas, it might be coal, it might be due because of the electricity also. In the on the induction stoves, we are giving some heat so that the water, the liquid, is converting into gas form. What is evaporation? Evaporation is also the process in which liquid converts into vapor, but not during heating. It might be because of the heat from the sunlight, the natural way of boiling the water. Okay, so without using any fuel, so only due to the heat of the sun, only due to the heat of the sun. Okay, so that is called evaporation. When sun gets involved in this process, then that is called evaporation. And if we are boiling the water using some heat appliances, then that is called boiling. Okay, children. So example of evaporation is when we wash the clothes. After washing the clothes, we dry it in the sun, isn't it? And because of the heat of the sun, the germs in the clothes get killed, and also the water which is present in the clothes will be evaporated. Okay, that is evaporation. We are not heating the clothes, isn't it, children? We are not heating the clothes, but then it's getting dried because of the evaporation due to the heat of the sun. Okay, so please open your science content book, children. I hope you have understood the difference between boiling and evaporation. Okay, and melting is a process where the solid becomes liquid due to heat. That means we are removing the cold pressure temperature. It's becoming heat by the room temperature. That is called melting, where the solid becomes liquid. Okay, condensation is a process where the gas becomes liquid. Okay, on cooling, because of cooling. Okay, and freezing is when the liquid becomes solid by cooling. Okay, so cooling process is condensation, and freezing, and heating processes evaporation or boiling, and melting. Okay, children, so please open your science content book and turn to page number 114, 114. There you can see the topic changes in the forms of materials, isn't it? So learn all this, read all this, children, not learning, read this till freezing. Okay, so that's what I have mentioned here. So I have given few keywords in your daily schedule. Learn them and write it in your classwork, and underline the keywords in here. Okay, and also if you find any difficult word for your, underline it, write it in your classwork, learn that also, so that it will be easy for your next classes. And coming to your did you know. Okay, so these are naphthalene balls, we say, children. These are solids. Can you see? They are solids. Yes, you can touch it. They're little weight, but these naphthalene balls directly convert into gas. Okay, actually what happens, from solids to liquids is formed through the process of melting, and from there, because of the boiling or evaporation, it forms into gaseous form, isn't it? But these are the balls which change from this solid form to the gaseous form. Okay, no liquid form is involved in this process. Okay, we generally use in our home, children, these, we will put these balls in our clothes and books, so that the insects won't come. So that is a use. You can ask your parents mother to show you these naphthalene balls. In everyone's house you can see these naphthalene balls. Okay, so these are the naphthalene balls, and do write the keywords in your classwork and learn them, children. And coming to your question answers, what is the difference between evaporation and boiling? So in boiling, we heat the liquid stage to convert into gas, whereas in evaporation the liquid changes into gas without heating. Okay, without heating, it takes the help of heat of the sun. Okay, children, so next question, what is the difference between freezing and condensation? So freezing is a process where liquid converts into solid due to cooling, and condensation is a process where gas converts into liquids on cooling. Okay, so that is the difference. You have to write it down. Okay, write these two answers in your classwork and please learn it, children. Coming to your next question, what would happen if wood existed in liquid form? You know, wood from wood we make different furniture, isn't it, children? You have your tables, chairs, beds, doors, all these are from wood. That is solid, which from which we made all these furniture. What would happen if it is in a liquid way? That means which can flow easily. Then we would not be able to do any furniture, isn't it? We would not be able to make any furniture out of the wood, as it would not have fixed shape, and it would be very hard to get that fixed shape in a liquid form, isn't it? So write these three answers and please learn it, children. Coming to your homework, 2 pages you have again. So volume book 3, page number 12, solid to liquid, and page number 13, S4, liquid to gas. Okay, so complete this, children. So with this we have completed with our block. So in the next class I'll meet you with the new block, children. See you in the next class. Bye.